This show is a Phonic Media production.
Guys, today we are going to do something a little bit different. We are going to double check that our marriage is still intact correctly. We're going to do...
It's good and bad.
We're going to do a marriage audit. We're going to do a marriage audit. What?
I haven't got the vibe.
Hey there, you sexy monkey.
Hey, friend.
Hey, friend.
Sexy monkey.
Sexy monkey.
A
Let's sort
monkey
of go for
sexy?
it. It's the monkeys I look at are.
Oh.
Hey, yeah. Them baboons with a big ass.
Oh, my gosh.
It's a good start to the show.
Oh, moving
hello,
on.
friend. You've started getting people
I know,
messaging
someone
you. Hello, friend.
messaged me the other day
Yeah.
and said, hello, friend. I was like, this is great.
Well, hello.
Bounce.
Hope you are doing fantastically well. Today on the podcast, we're going to do something a little bit different to the ordinary. We're going to do a marriage audit. We found a brilliant article that was written in the Times a couple of weeks ago, and it's like a 12-question survey of how well your marriage is doing.
Which could
I was like, this could
end
be
really badly.
This could be a car crash. This
But
could
the last
genuinely be
few
a car crash.
episodes, you might have noticed there's been a bit of spikiness between James and I. Hayley the
Hard to
snake has come out a few times. The defensive Hayley when James is telling me all the things that I should be doing. So we thought, well, why not?
That was literally the first 5 minutes of last week's show.
It was.
I've learned so much about doing this podcast, how I can be better, how I need to
Yeah.
improve.
So this week we are dedicating it to the marriage audit, and we're going to go through a series of questions to see how well our marriage is. But before we do that, we do like to start the show with a lovely review
We
of
do.
the week.
Should we have? There we go. You want a little jingle?
Oh, I love it. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So this is from I Am Disturbance. Oh my God, it sounds like I Am Disturbance.
I know who this one is.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay, so
This is Jamie Nicholas. Shout out you.
Oh, love it. 5-star review.
He wants us to go on his podcast. He's going to do a podcast. He's got some fancy apartment now, like a penthouse.
Yeah.
He's going to do podcasts from the penthouse.
Love
He's asked
it.
us to go on.
We'll go on.
We'll go on.
Yes, tick. He says, hilariously relatable, 5 stars. What a great idea, and boy, did it deliver. Those I thought it was only us moments captured brilliantly to epitomise being parents and business partners.
Good reading.
Thank you for your vulnerability and letting us enjoy a glimpse of what life's like with the Burtts.
So there we go. Jamie
Wow.
Nicholas, shout out to you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for the... Here we go. Have a round of applause for Jamie.
Does it make you feel good though, knowing that like people do listen and go, oh, it's not just us?
Yeah, because that was the whole concept of it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When we started doing it, it was like, well, actually, do you know what? There's so many like couple podcasts that they're all celebrities. I saw a celebrity today.
Did you?
I know Rob Beckett.
Did you?
Yeah, he drove past nursery.
Legend.
You know when I thought it was like a dad from the school, so I was sort of like going
to
to half
wave
go
and
like,
you're
I was like,
like,
oh no, I don't know you at all, do I?
I don't know you.
I mean, I don't know him. He probably knows me from the Business Marriage podcast. He'll be like,
course.
oh, you're the husband of that like hilarious woman.
Yeah.
That's how I'm now known.
That's
now.
it. You're just like my other half.
I'm just your bit on the side. I'm just your bit of meat. I'm just your beef.
My bit of meat. My bit of beef. God, that's some old rank beef. That has been out, left to dry. You know when it goes all like a bit grey and you don't really want to eat it?
That is perfect. You walked yourself straight into it.
When you say things and you just wish you hadn't said it.
Oh, that is too good. A rank old bit of beef that you don't want to eat. That, everybody, is why we're doing the marriage audit. Oh, that is too
Oh,
perfect.
God,
That
here
is
we
literally
go.
perfect.
I'm crying already.
But yes, thank you, Jamie, for the shout out. And yeah, Jamie's I'm going to get him on my Building the Brand podcast as well. What that guy has done in the last 2 years is nuts.
Is it?
He during lockdown, he worked in like I think it was like a call centre or something.
Yeah.
He got furloughed like everybody else. He was like, this is ridiculous. He started doing drop shipping. And he was literally buying products. He was like seeing what was selling well on Amazon.
Yeah.
And then he'd go and buy them from like cheaper stores. He was like selling like 10 razors at a time,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
sort of stuff. And he sort of like built up to having like a bit of a side income. Then it built up to becoming, it could replace his income.
Yeah.
He's doing 100 grand a month.
Wow.
100 grand a month.
Legend.
And he just taught it all himself. So
Love
shout out
that.
to Jamie Nicholas.
Self-taught, yeah,
Shout out
love
to Jamie
it.
Nicholas.
Big up to the self-taught crew.
Do you know what else you like about Jamie?
What else
Where's
do I like?
one of his favourite places on earth?
Walking on the nays.
Wall of the Nays.
Oh,
come on now.
on.
Come on now. As if
It
this
doesn't
guy
get
couldn't
much
get any
better
better.
than that.
But right, should we do it?
Let's
should
do
we do the audit? Let's do it. Guys. Oh, that was shorter than I
hello.
thought. Hello. Shorter than I thought. Here we go. This could go any which way but loose.
I haven't seen the question, so I am very intrigued.
So we are going to do, literally, I'm going to read this verbatim off the website.
So who is it by?
So it's by Jean-Claude Calmer. Sounds romantic, doesn't he? Or her, him or her.
He's got that like voice like silk.
Yeah, bonjour. Right for the times.
That
That's
was
sexy
not
French
like
people say,
silk.
wasn't it?
And that tongue action, if you're watching on YouTube, nah.
Just leave it alone, will you? Oh, I spat biscuit out. That's just a little bit of biscuit there. Sorry about
We
that.
do this every time we eat biscuits before we start recording. And then
That's the
I'm like,
most exciting thing about
I've
our
got
marriage is
biscuits.
when we discover a new type of biscuit. I've literally just had a little biscuit, low sugar biscuit. I went, these are unbelievably good.
Carry on.
Fucking hell, you know when it's a good time and all you got to talk about is biscuits. Anyway, so this is how the article starts, right? And then we're going to go through the 12 points about whether or not you are in a successful and still loving
I
relationship.
don't know the answer.
Is sex fun? Okay. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
End.
think we know the answer to that one. There you go. Is sex still fun? Do you still hold hands?
Hang on, we're not going through it like this quick.
No, I'm reading the
Yeah, but
intro to
these
the
are
article.
These are the things.
No, this is the answer.
Okay.
I'm buzzing you.
Just doing that thing where you ruin it.
Is sex still fun? Do you still hold hands? Relationship therapist Jean-Claude Calmer explores the issues that you should tackle together.
Issues, is it? Issues or is it challenges? Probably issues.
Fucking same difference, isn't it? When you've been with your partner for a long time, you can get into a massive rut. You know your roles. You think you know each other. As the years pass, assumptions and a lack of understanding can override effort and curiosity. I think that's a fair assessment. The love is there, but real intimacy has dwindled like fuck. Not their exact
He
words.
didn't write that.
Or she.
She.
You want to be closer but feel distant, and there has been hurt, mistrust, and it's become hard to reach out. Oh, I wouldn't say we've had mistrust and
Well,
hurt.
we're going to go through it, aren't we,
yeah.
James? We don't have to analyse it in this opening paragraph. That's the whole point of what we're going to be doing for the next however
If
long.
the will is there, it is still possible
The
to...
will is there?
The willy,
Oh,
the will.
The will.
If the will is there...
The will
If the
is
will
there.
is there, it's still possible to bridge the gap and really help, man. And
The gap.
recover
Let's not talk about gaps.
the connection. Just going to circular motion. But first, you have to ask yourself some questions. Hayley, are you ready for the questions?
Well, I've done it, but I'm ready.
Welcome
it's
to
like
Marriage
I'm on a
Audit.
game
There's
show.
absolutely no prizes today. The only prize is long-term satisfaction or potential divorce.
Yeah! Ooh, ooh, ooh. So excited.
Right, question number 1. Do you kiss goodbye or hello? Is there always a goodbye kiss, or do you barely look up as you slam out of the house? And what about your hellos? A perfunctory hi? Think about how your friends interact. They never leave or arrive without exchanging a kiss or respectful attention. This is especially important when you're upset with each other, because how you react on meeting and parting provides a little reset. Even if you sometimes feel like you're growling inside of kissing, with that 4 seconds can show a dedication that matters.
So even if you're growling inside. So I would say, actually,
Do we kiss goodbye or
always
say hello?
kiss goodbye and hello, don't we? Always.
Yeah, we do
Always.
actually, yeah.
It's the first thing we do when we
Yeah.
see each other, and if we're leaving, we always do. And even if we have a row, which isn't that often, but
It's not actually that often.
we are now at the point where we go, you shouldn't leave the house on an argument, and
Yeah.
we'll end up being like, stop being a dick, and then making everyone laugh, and then we sort of get over it. So I would say we do
Do you kiss goodbye or say hello?
all the time.
So,
So
we're saying
do we
yes?
get? Yeah. Woohoo!
Correct.
Should I be making like a tally?
Maybe. Have you got a pen?
No.
Don't make a tally then.
Okay, I'll do it on my phone.
Do we kiss goodbye or say hello? So that's good.
That's good.
We're off to the races. So far, 100%
the
success. Number 2.
Let's go.
How much of your communication is about logistics? In any long-term relationship, there's a lot of admin and schedule talk, but it can leave you craving something more meaningful. You want your partner to interest and surprise you. A route to a deeper chat is to revive an activity you used to love doing together. Even something as simple as cooking or gardening side by side.
Never.
Find your way to start connecting. You need to create the conditions to facilitate more intimate conversations. So, Hayley, Quayle? Who's Quayle? Quayle. So, question number 2. How much of your communication is about logistics?
So this is a bit difficult, okay? Because if I was
Here comes an
taking
excuse.
it away from two people that, like, we talk a lot about work, is what I'm basically
good
trying
God.
to get at.
Like,
If
we
you
never
think
not.
about
Saturday night, we went to a party
situations.
and we had an hour commute, and Hayley talked about business for 59 minutes of it. The only time she stopped talking was when we were a bit too early, so she made me park around the corner and hide.
But I did do that. But we don't. I was going to say we don't have anything else to talk about. Maybe that's the problem.
Problem?
But we both challenge. But we both love our work, and actually, I think having that connection to talk and share about actually is quite inspiring in our relationship. So if you imagine,
It can be too much though, can't it?
Yeah,
I reckon.
But if you didn't have that, and you were just talking about like logistics of like picking the kids up, sorting out the shopping, I don't know. I think maybe I would say that we don't just talk about logistics because we're very good at both openly talking about what I'm trying to say.
We're also
is,
shit at logistics
No, but when
because every
we're-
week is
yeah,
like, oh, let's
shit.
get a
It's
whoosh
like, oh,
delivery
yeah.
quick.
Oh my God, seriously, I should have shares in Tesco whoosh delivery. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, like the higher level of like visioning your future together or like your goals and aspirations, I would say we actually do that. Does
Yeah,
that
yeah,
make
definitely,
sense?
yeah,
Which
yeah.
I
We're
think
definitely
is
on the same
something that we
page.
connect with. So it's not just logistics. However, in all honesty, yes, I think something that we possibly could do better would be to spend time together where we weren't just talking about work.
But it's like
But then I
saying
don't know
not,
what we'd talk about.
Yeah, exactly. But not in like a sad way. But we
Oh my God,
actually
we're
just,
doomed.
But we really like it, don't we? Like we dropped off the kids on Saturday at 10:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Shout out to your mum, who's
It
a
was amazing.
ledge.
And Dad.
And we didn't have them for 24 hours. But
Yeah.
literally, you had to come back. We went out for
I had a big project that I needed
breakfast
to try
quickly.
and finish.
You had a big project to finish, and then we ended up like talking about work when we went out for a walk. We
Yeah.
went sat and had a quick coffee, talked about work.
But-
Came back here, you did
Yeah.
work.
But it's inspiring.
Went
and
out
anyway. Yeah.
To a party, talked about work.
So what does that mean then? Do we
We're
foul?
doomed. How much of your communication
Is logistics. I wouldn't say it is.
No.
I think we passed that one. But
You
we
reckon?
just need to make a mental note that we need to sometimes just switch off a bit more.
So we're still gonna. Oh, let's chuck it out there. Is it one of these?
No.
Is it one of these?
Yeah, I think we're quite connected. We don't just talk logistics. We're
No,
talking
okay.
life and inspirations
Fine.
and goals. Yay!
2 out of 2 so
Oi,
far.
oi.
100% success rate. Right, number 3. Dinner and a box set every night. Is your routine too predictable? There's great comfort in two people. Hello. Let's try that again. There's great comfort in two people having wine in front of the TV together. We don't do that. It's easy. It's relaxing, but it's not always togetherness. Many couples sitting in the same room amid the same decor for the 5,000th evening, like insects frozen in amber, are afraid to challenge the status quo. Their relationships in operational mode. People fear that rocking the boat by expressing dissatisfaction might sink that boat. But if you're bored, you're sliding towards crisis, don't complain, but do show you want to connect. One of you has to risk discomfort for that change. You might say, let's go for a walk tonight. I've missed our chats. Or I'd really like to talk to you about my day. If you said that to me, I'd be like, there's
You'd
a
be like,
fucking
yeah,
disaster
go
coming.
away.
So, Hayley. Number 3, dinner in a box set every night. Is a routine too predictable?
I mean, I've got to be honest. Headline-wise, I'd say 100%.
Yeah.
And as I say, I've been working a bit in the evenings, which I'm trying to get out of. But our night would be just the joyful feeling of when the kids have finally gone to bed. Because,
Yep.
you know, it's like, look, guys, come on. We love our kids, but it's the best time is the evening when there's that silence in the house.
I love them most at
And
7:01.
We do. Well, we have mixed it up a bit by starting to like cook a bit more together. But generally, we would like our idea would be kind of sat on the sofa watching like a new box set. So
I
in
think
that
as well,
respect, I would say
but also
Yeah.
in that time, I think you have to be realistic. If you don't have kids, yes, there's more opportunity to do a variety of stuff. But when you've got 2 kids who are in school and they need to go to bed at a certain
there's just a
time,
lot of
you
formats.
can't. There has to be structure,
Yeah.
and maybe structure doesn't mean that it has to be predictable. Because I guess we could come
Yeah.
down. We could have like a chat night or a card night. I know we've talked about that
God,
for
we should do
like
that.
18
Games
years.
night, card night.
But equally,
mix it up.
a lot of the time, to be brutally, it's probably laziness. To be fair, isn't
Yeah,
it? It's
I
probably
just
laziness.
can't
By
be arsed.
the time you've got the kids down to bed,
Yeah.
and at the moment you're working most evenings.
Yeah.
I'm reading my Chris Evans autobiography.
You're reigniting your passion.
I'm going to build a media flipping empire thanks to Chris Evans and his book.
I would say we probably are a bit predictable.
But we have started doing the cooking and stuff together. We've started getting the gusto boxes.
We have, but then that's failed because of, we've said before, gout and all sorts of things and time. Last night, me cooking a sweet and sour chicken dish, which took 45 minutes whilst trying to look after 2 kids. I was like, this is a nightmare.
Yeah, I didn't get until 10 o'clock.
But
so
I would say we are predictable.
McDonald's.
And the fact that we are predictable, does that mean that we have become lazy and boring?
Maybe a little bit. I
Yeah.
think also that though
There's
when
a
we
lot of good
when we
shit on
sit,
the telly though,
there
right?
is
There is a
good-
lot
Apple
of good
TV is
shit.
killing it at the moment.
Yeah.
But also I think when we watch stuff together, this
You did not like what I was watching last night though, did you?
Oh, what a load of
It's
shit!
called Sex Life. It's on Netflix.
On Netflix.
And the first series,
And
to
I
be
don't know-
fair, it's just because they have like sex is a bit sexy.
It's not even sexy though. It's like the least sexy
It is
sex scenes
pretty-
ever. It's like 2
This
robots.
is only my opinion.
Fucking a bit of
but
cardboard.
The acting is a little bit.
It's about as wooden as this
questionable.
table. That's
Yeah.
how wooden it is.
And I watch it, you know, and you're like, I know this is bad, but I can't stop watching it. But you end up just sitting next to me, don't you? And just,
Yeah, because they're
there
all
is that,
hot, and I'm
last night
like,
you
well, if
walked
there
in
is
and
gonna
I'm
be, like-
I can't even bother to talk to you because I'm just watching this.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think let's score it. I think we get it.
I think we fell for that one.
Okay.
Oh, so
let's make a
two
commitment
positives.
then that we're gonna.
But sorry, what I was
shake
going to
it
say.
up, in the words of Taylor Swift.
But but by the time you've like done the kids and like done the ironing and the washing up and all that stuff, and then you're still working in the evenings.
Seriously.
By the time you get to like 9:30, then
It's-
all you've got time for
It's
is a
so
little
dull.
bit of TV.
Honestly, last night I was like, I had to get the washing out. Yeah, finish the gusto cooking, tidy it
Fucking hell,
up.
do you want a little violin?
Yeah, I fucking do. It's fucking bollocks. Honestly, like housework. I wish we could just have click our finger and make magic happen.
We'll
it
get a
was all
nanny.
done.
Should we get a nanny?
No, I don't want a nanny.
She can live in the box
I don't
room.
want a nanny.
He or she can live in the box room.
No, I don't want
Freeze to
someone
bloody
living in
death
my
in that
house.
box room.
Yeah, it's bloody freezing. Anyway, we failed. Move
Fail.
on.
Okay, we've definitely failed that one. Right. Number 4. Here we go. Number 4. Is sex fun or is it a chore?
Fucking chore. Absolutely,
Right,
categorically.
we might as well not even go through this one then. Right. Are your post-coital thoughts, we must do this again tomorrow.
Post what?
Coital is like after you've had a bonk. Post-coital, after you've... I was going to say something really rude then. You can't... After you've had sex.
Oh, right.
Coitus is like having sex, isn't it? So post-coital.
No idea, so I'm asking.
Right. Is your after sex thoughts, we must do this again tomorrow, or glad that's over for another month. If you
100%.
if you're a couple often in
like-
sync with no lurking resentments, sex isn't such a weighted issue. In fallow periods, you still understand each other and neither feels slighted. And when you are into it, it's pure pleasure or about being close. You can't always expect perfection. You don't always expect perfection. Sometimes sex in the relationship is the relationship glue, but you can't fix spiraling emotional distance just using sex. Feeling you can't trust the other person enough to confide anxieties or discuss partner-inflicted hurts kills desire. Better sex starts outside the bedroom when you're brave enough to discuss what's repelling you and there's enough mutual goodwill. Hayley, the question is, sex, pure pleasure or a bit of a chore?
I'm going to go for it. If I'm honest,
An answer for you.
it's a split one. It's a bit personal talking about this, isn't it?
It's a split one.
During the action, I think, oh, this is fun. This is nice. But the thought of it, when I go up to bed, I want to go to bed. I can't be fucked. I'll be honest.
Literally.
I can't be fucked. Literally, I can't be fucked.
You can't
I keep
say
walking
that.
into
You
it.
do. I wish you would walk
my
into it.
God.
Hey,
Hey,
go on
let's
now,
do
yeah.
it.
Go on, let you have it.
So I live in that kind of spiral of like, oh no, I know I need to, and then I get myself worked up, like, oh God, he's gonna, the clock is ticking. Lecce lens there, he's on the periphery.
Hello, Hayley.
I need to like
Tame the beast.
tame, but you wish.
Tame the beast.
Tame,
It's more like taming the shrew.
tame the beast or tame the
Tame the worm.
The worm.
Whatever.
The worm. Yeah, so what I'm saying is when I can be bothered, I love it. It's great fun. But most of the time, if I'm honest, I'd rather just have a fucking cup of tea and go to bed. But I don't know how often you're meant to be having it at this age. I mean, do you know what? It's the mental fault for me. Not of having sex, but just of like actually relaxing. I realised lately that I don't actually relax.
No.
And I used to think it was like, I don't know, I guess, you know when people go, oh, you're always busy and all that. I'm not one of them people. I realise I am that person that makes themselves busy. So, I don't know, because then if you say, oh, yeah, let's make these like romantic nights, that would just make me go cringe.
Isn't it funny how it's always very like one-sided and weighted in the I've never heard it the other way. Actually, there's one situation where I've heard it like the other way around, where it's like the girl who's after it all the time, and the guy's like, I literally can't be asked.
Yeah.
I wonder what it's like in same-sex couples.
I don't know. It's just like, there's just a lot to sort of be bothered to do.
There's really not, is it?
Like,
Pull your pants down and like do it. Like it's really like, maybe that's the issue. Maybe that's the issue.
I think
Whereas you want to like relax and have candles, I just want to pull your knickers down and laugh a bit.
There is an issue between same-sex relationships when it comes to sex. So, yeah. Okay, look, we can make more of an effort, but don't even know what we do to make an effort.
Just decide, I guess. I guess it all stems from...
Like plan it? Should we put it in that calendar?
Yeah. What's today?
Fucking weird.
Tuesday the 28th at 10:30 in the morning. So let's say 11 o'clock between podcast recordings, we just go and thrash it out.
It's like when I'm due on, I'm like, yes. A week off.
I'm joking. A week off. How do you count the other 3 weeks of the month?
I mean, a week leading up to it, yeah.
A week of recovery.
Like 1 week.
Just a 1 week.
Within that 1 week, I'm probably got
tired,
free
migraine.
So there's like 1 day. It's 1 day. Anyway, moving on.
Let's especially move on because I know one of our biggest listeners or watchers of this content is your Auntie Linda, and that's enough.
And it's awkward. Actually, on that note, before we move on, I think we should. Oh yeah, it kind of links in because it cracks me up.
It does.
If you listened to the podcast last week,
old fire.
Oh, hang on.
Ozamug. Have you been a mug?
Do I normally do that?
Yeah, I think so. More often than you should.
Sorry, this just has to be done. So, as you may have heard last week, we were getting a little bit desperate and a bit sad, and we were just asking anyone to send in a story of being mug. And I am so pleased to say that we are starting to get an influx of people telling us some
mug
funny
stories are like buses; they come along all at the same time.
But this is the first one that we picked because it actually made me cry so hard. And talking hard, but actually, what it is just cracks me up. So,
I've knocked my microphone over.
Oh gosh! So the first mug is gonna go to Freya Jones, and this is why. So she sent me a message. I've realised I've printed it out really small. She said, "My question is, have you ever accidentally sent something to someone and not checked the spelling and then looked like a total bellend?" So she is about to go into a meeting, looks back at an email she sent to a client, and basically she says to blah, 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 "I hope you're well. As discussed, please find my enclosed, my dick for your review. If you have any questions or feedback on our presentation results or peers for next quarter, please do let me know." Sorry, I've read that really bad because I've printed it so small.
Why did you print it that small, you idiot?
I can't see it. So, oh my God, I think I've ruined that whole section. But
so basically, she wants feedback on her deck.
Yeah, but
so
she
in
wrote,
like the marketing world, you'd send it across like a deck,
like a pitch deck,
which is a pitch deck, like a presentation.
But she wrote, "I enclose for your preview my dick," which I think is brilliant.
Which I want your feedback on.
Oh God, that is just when I read it, it just made me cry so hard. So Freya Jones, you will be receiving one of our Who's the Mug business marriage mugs.
Who's a mug?
Freya Jones.
Freya's been a mug. Who's a mug?
Freya Jones.
Freya's been a mug. There you go.
Yay.
Absolutely
Anyway,
brilliant.
Sorry, I don't know why I printed it out so small.
Please see my dick attached for your review.
Enclosed for your review.
Maybe that's what I should do to you to see if we can spice things up a little bit. In an envelope, just put it on your desk for you.
I got my dick in a box. What was that?
That was Justin Timberlake and The Lonely Island.
Oh, brilliant, that song.
Absolutely brilliant song. Right, let's carry on with our marriage review. So what have we done so far? We've got 4 questions in.
Yeah, we need to speed it up.
Two correct.
Two.
And two fails. So far, our marriage is good as it's bad, which is, I'm going to take that right now. I will take that. Right, number 5. Do you still hold hands? It's important to show someone that you care for their touch. It might be stroking their arm. It might be stroking someone else. Putting your hand on theirs, lying next to them on the bed. There are many ways of showing that you want to be with your partner. And if you hug, oh, look at this. If you hug for more than 20 seconds, you release a feel-good hormone, oxytocin.
Oh.
It's a virtuous circle, making you feel more bonded. If your partner is naturally tactile and you aren't, perhaps your family didn't hug, then a lack of touch can make them feel really lonely. So the question is, Hayley, do you still hold hands?
Oh, we always hold hands, don't we?
Do we?
Yeah, I hold your hands all the time. I mean, sometimes when we're walking down the street, we always hold hands. Sometimes you'll be a bit like, nah. You see, you say I'm the cold one, but we do. We always hold hands. And we touch feet when we sleep.
No, you touch me when you sleep.
I like dig my feet in, but yeah.
So annoying.
No, 100% tick.
Give us a tick for that one. All right, we'll have it.
Let's do it.
We're back on top. 3-2.
Oi, or not?
Or not, as the case may be. Number 6. Okay, 3-2. So far, we're better than we're bad. Number 6. Can you... Oh, hang on. Can you remember when you last learned something new about your partner? Ever met a person who didn't ask a single question as their sole interest was themselves? God, we know a few of them, didn't we? We recognise that it's a dislikable trait of the self-absorbed, but somehow in a long-term relationship, it's a habit that can creep up on us. We forget to be curious about our partner. We assume we know all about them, what they'll say and what they think. So we don't bother asking. It's easy to save our best interested self for work and take no care over the interactions with our partner. Then we wonder why the spark has been lost. So, Hayley, I'm going to ask you, do you remember when you last learned something new about your partner?
I do, but I don't. Like, you told me something the other day. I think it was about your childhood, and I can't remember what it was. I'm not sure if it was like that you were just constantly played outside. But then I'm like, I feel like I already knew that. I mean, I learned that you're not as fun as you used to be.
Yeah, sure.
I learned that when we met, you had like a sense of humour that's kind of dwindled.
Yep, fair.
I learned that we don't look like we did when we met.
No, that's also fair.
I don't know. I guess, are we learning stuff about each other? What have you learned about me recently?
See, this is.
No, but it's not just a one-way quiz, is it?
No, it's a conversation.
Talk.
But you haven't.
What?
But you have. You got such a snappy way of answering. No, I'm coming in. You don't.
What answer? I don't know. What have you
I will. I was waiting for you to fucking finish. I've learned something new. I don't like doing podcasts with you.
You love
fucking
it.
egomaniac.
It's giving you the podcast career you always dreamt of.
Fucking, that's a bit.
That's what I learned. Oh, no, it's more about myself.
What?
That I'm funny.
I'm funny.
That I'm funny.
Anyone's getting bored of hearing about how funny Hayley is?
Never.
Let me know on Instagram @businessmarriage.
James even tried to put his mic up today so he's louder just to
I absolutely did not do that. You're lying. You're lying to everybody. Stop doing that. No, I think you are learning a lot about yourself, and vicariously I'm learning a lot about you. Because you tell me.
Why is it always on me? Oh, right, okay. I see where we're going. You don't. You're like a politician. You don't answer a question.
I am learning a lot about you.
What are you learning?
What was that?
I asked what you're learning about me, not what I'm telling you I'm learning about me. For you
are
to
no
learn
longer a
about
dancer,
me.
my darling. What have you got on your boob? You've like got a load of like.
Oh, do you know what? I was
toothpaste.
putting my shirt on today, and then I've got one of them deodorants. It's like the stick, and it kind of. The deodorant comes out the top, and I went like that and just put it all down my shirt. I don't know why.
Genuine idiot.
Annoying.
No, what I'm saying, if you this is what you this is a brilliant thing that Hayley does. She doesn't listen, and then she gets annoyed that she hasn't fully understand, and then when you have to explain it to her, you're like,
not the good one.
You're so snappy. You are so snappy.
I'll just get on with it.
What I'm saying is that you are learning a lot about yourself at the moment and how you operate. So then I'm learning a lot about you because you're telling me what you're learning. Like the other day when you said about, I always felt like I had to be around people because I was a people pleaser, but actually it wasn't filling up their cup that I cared about, it was filling up my own.
Brilliant. So what was the question?
Fucking hell. Can you remember when you last learned something new about your partner? I can. I learned she's a twat. And I learned it about 2 seconds ago. Right, number 7. Shut up, you. Right, number 7. This is going well. Number 7. Do you still make an effort with your appearance? No. Fuck off. This is speed round. We do a speed round. No, we don't. Number 8. What was the last thing you laughed about? Fucking nothing. Number 9.
No,
Does the prospect of an
no,
empty nest terrify you? No, I can't fuck your mate. How many interests you said? None. What? Do you complain to your friends about your partner? All the fucking time. What are the subjects you never talk about? Everything.
You've ruined that now, haven't you? You've really ruined that now.
Oh, have I?
Yeah.
Have I?
Yeah, you've ruined it.
You can
I
fill
hope
in.
you feel proud.
I do feel proud
You
of
don't,
myself.
do you? Regretting it.
I don't
Instant
regret it. I can't find where I was.
Instant
Right.
regret.
Question number 7. Do you still make an effort with your appearance?
No, we can move on from that. We don't.
But like if... No, okay, fair enough.
Maybe if we're going out on a date, but that doesn't happen. Like, we went out on Saturday night, we made an effort.
Yes.
I mean,
But
my
again-
making an effort, your making an effort is a bit different. You're like, whatever doesn't need ironing in your wardrobe is what you're wearing. The same old shit jeans that you had on all day. Whereas I'm like, what am I actually going to wear? Do my hair, do my makeup. But yeah.
Yeah, but guys can't do that. Like, my hair's the same
You
hair.
can still make more of an effort about what you're actually going to wear. You just don't care. You're like, yeah.
I wore
wear
I
whatever.
knew what I was going to wear.
Okay.
I wore jeans and a shirt. What else would I
Do
wear?
you make an effort?
Yes. No. Maybe not. But it's not about not making an effort for you.
Well, for yourself. Do you feel good about yourself when you look in the
Yeah.
mirror?
I look fucking fantastic. Have you
Okay.
seen me recently? Especially with my clothes off. There's a bit of a muffin top that still needs working on, but the shoulders are coming together beautifully
They
well.
are. Just stare at your shoulders and just don't look down. How was that McDonald's last night?
Do you know what I had?
I'm not allowed to tell anyone, though, are we?
I
Don't want
had
to get told off by your
2 wrap of the
by your
days
trainer.
and a chicken mayo as a starter.
Disgrace.
Basically 3 burgers.
And then he tells me like how fit he is.
Went out running today,
Joker!
didn't I?
Move on!
Anyway, right, number 8 then. Do we make it?
Do we get a yes or a no for appearance?
Oh, no.
Nah.
Number 8. What was the last thing you laughed about together?
This.
Making your partner laugh when you are huffing about minor infractions can burst the balloon of pomposity.
We know about
It
bursting
doesn't
balloons.
imply that you're not listening. It's a playful bid for connection. Little private jokes between us are worth 1,000 words. We therapists talk about people wanting to be seen and heard and understood. Laughing together is a shortcut to all of this. Interesting. When you laugh together, you get each other. So,
All right.
what was the last thing we laughed about?
To be fair,
We laugh all the time, to be fair.
yeah, our looks may diminish, right? Our bodies might just look shit. But one thing we will always have is laughter. Because what we've always had, isn't it?
Very poetic.
We've always laughed. We've always laughed. We've always made each other laugh.
Yeah.
From when we met till now. I'd say we laugh most days.
Oh yeah, we like.
Yeah.
I don't think there's
Like
a
with each
single
other,
day
not
that
just
goes
like at
past.
each other
No,
or-
we definitely win that one. What's our score? So that's 8 questions now.
No, because you fucking went so fast that now I'm like confused.
You talking about sex again?
Well, yeah.
Hang on a second. Do we kiss goodbye or say hello?
5.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got it.
Oh, you keep-
5 out of 3.
I
No,
didn't realise.
5 yes, 3 no.
Okay. So number 9. Does the prospect of an empty nest terrify you?
No.
We are absolutely not.
Wrong people to ask.
But we're also a long way from
Yeah.
that, aren't we?
Empty nesters. I mean,
We're like 16
we've
years
got-
away from that.
Yeah, we've got like. Is it?
Well, yeah. George is 2. He's not going till he's 18, is he?
62. Oh my goodness.
Because they can't leave school
We're
until
gonna
they're
be
18.
so old.
Hang on a second. You can't leave school till you're 18. Can you still sign up for the army? It's not on putting them
I'm
in,
not
in the
sure.
army. Fucking imagine George in the
can't
army with a
imagine
gun.
George in the army.
Louis would be too upset as I'm crying, and George would be a fucking nightmare with like Full Metal
I
Jacket.
don't think they will be going into the army.
But can you go at 16? So
I
you
don't
can't
know.
leave education. You can't make up your mind enough as a child
Yeah.
until you're 18 to leave education, but you can go pick up a gun and
I don't know.
fight for
You're
your country.
having this conversation when we just said we don't know the answer.
We'll have to
And now
find
you're
out.
having an argument about an answer that you don't
Well, I
know.
just think if that is the situation,
well, we don't
it's
know
ridiculous.
if it's the situation. So let's just not.
Some couples use their children as a buffer, a way of avoiding intimacy. They need to attend to their relationship
the
if it's
buffer.
not too late. Whether the empty nest brings freedom or doom is up to you both. With no teenager-shaped distractions, it either it exposes a lifeless remains of a relationship or provides an opportunity for renewal. Often couples are too afraid to talk about it and nothing happens. If you want a shaped future, start by telling your partner what you dream of doing once the kids are left. Something alone or something together. So, does the prospect of an empty nest terrify you?
I mean, as we said, we are a long way off. And so right now, that just sounds like, oh my God, imagine when you have your time back. But I think I can see like how when they get to that age, they go off to do whatever. There's that torn feeling of
Oh,
you're happy
yeah.
for them to like be going off and starting their own adventures. But then you're like, yeah, you've like cared for them. But I hope that when we get to that point, we'll have made, you know, such a success in life and business that we'll be kind
I
of
hope so.
actually starting to really, well, not starting, but we'll enjoy it, you know?
Yeah.
And we'll enjoy that freedom and
I think as well
being
for
able
us
to
though,
do
we've got so much other stuff
different
going
things.
on. Like
Yeah.
it's not, and I don't know whether this sounds awful, but like family's not the only thing that we've got going on. If
Yeah.
that makes sense, it's not like we're a stay home. Either of us are stay home parents,
No.
and the only thing we have to focus on is the kids. Although sometimes that sounds fucking amazing.
But we didn't have the kids at the weekend, and I have to say, like in the house, as much as it's lovely, the peace that like I went upstairs and I always feel like, oh, it doesn't feel
I always
right
go in their
that they're
bedroom.
not here.
Do you go
It's
look in their
weird, isn't
bedroom?
it? Yeah, go and sniff their pillow. I don't really. It's a joke. Yeah.
Some people would do that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, well I don't.
I have sniffed their clothes before, didn't I?
Maybe I have sniffed. Anyway, yeah. I don't know what was the question.
Does the prospect of an empty nest terrify
No.
you? Absolutely not. Give us another point. 6-3. Hey, I think we're going to make it
Do this.
in every way. Excuse me. Right, number 10. How many interests do you share? What activities do you share in your free time? Or is it mostly tag team childcare with one of you cycling on your free day and the other one visiting galleries? We are great at constructing reasons to avoid our partner when the relationship feels difficult. But relationships are difficult. They require work and some fun, frivolous and couple time. One partner might be the social secretary for both. But if the other is private, I'd ask, has it always been this way or has it become so? Try new things and plan something you want to do together. How many interests do we share together? Question 10.
See, I would say we do share interests, and we've also got interests that we don't share. And I think, okay, so there's two things. So there's, like, you're very into fitness. I'm clearly not. So we don't share. Like, in my head, I'd love to be those couples that go running together, but we're not. We like walking.
We do like walking.
So we do like walking.
I would love to go for a run with you. I think that'd be the most fun.
I cannot run.
Don't say that to Rihanna, who
I know,
listens
she's
to this
already trying to
podcast.
get me to meet up and go running. I fear it. I hate it. Can't breathe.
That's because you're not breathing right. So
All right.
you could, because you should have a good tank on you because you've got dancer's background. So you have good
No,
cardio
I'm
fitness.
done. My knees hurt. Everything hurts. Anyway, we both have a very similar interest in, say, like things that we watch. We both love eating out. We love travelling. We don't travel as much now. So we do, I would say we do have a lot of like interests.
Like day-to-day interests we don't have, like...
No, maybe, well, I don't know, we do. It's just
My
really
only
like
interest
the
is
sport
fucking
thing.
business,
like, I
isn't
like
it?
dancing, but I never go out to a class. But like the places we
You
would
could
wanna
go to a class, though.
What I'm saying, like, say if we went on a holiday, for example, let's forget without the kids, the interest of things that we would want to do would be very similar.
Yeah.
Like the trips or the days out, that kind of thing. But I think, again, not making excuses, but with the kids, you end up doing, I guess, the shared interest of what they want to do. But I would say we do.
Give us a correct
Give us a tick.
Give us a tick. 7-3.
Oh, wow.
We are killing it. We are
Smashing
killing it.
it.
Right, a couple more to go. Number 11. Do you complain to friends about your partner? Do you have the occasional fond grumble or is it a frequent and furious venting? If it's the latter, you're addressing the wrong answer. Sorry, you're addressing the wrong audience. Often we're scared to tell our partner, excuse me, how we feel. I think I've got a cold coming. I refuse to get ill.
Oh, we're going to hear about that.
So we need to consider how we've destroyed that emotional safety in our relationship and how you can find our way back to it. I ask couples in clinic to sit in chairs back to back and then say what they wouldn't dare to say to each other's faces. Interesting. So do you complain to friends about your partner?
To be honest, not really. I mean, sometimes me and Kelly might have a little but it's not really
Don't throw
moaning.
Kelly under the bus.
No, but like, it's not moaning about our partners. It's just like moaning about in general. Like, oh, this was tough the other day.
Yeah.
This happened. Or I wouldn't say I have to. No, I'm not someone who, when I'm with my friends, has to be like, oh, Jane's done this and we're struggling and this, because I think we've said it before. You're like probably my best friend, my biggest supporter.
I'm not crying. I'm not crying.
Oh, yeah, you said I'm not.
I'm not
you
crying.
said I'm not emotional.
Oh, my God.
And having been on the receiving end of a friendship who did always constantly have to like vent and that, like 100%, that's not me. I don't know about you. Do you slag me off?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, who too?
Literally anyone
Yeah?
who listens to me.
Yeah.
I walk outside, I see Maeve from next door. I'm like, morning, Maeve. I'm like, that motherfucker inside.
Yeah.
Thank God I made it for another night, Maeve.
Oh, she's such a nightmare.
Absolute pain. No, I don't. No. I don't think guys do that, though, so much. I don't think that's like a guy thing.
Which is a shame, because they say that guys should feel more empowered to talk to one another.
I don't feel like...
about their feelings.
But I don't feel like I would... Again, there's not really that much that I would complain about.
I'm just pretty great.
You're pretty amazing.
There's not really much for you to moan about, is
there?
No,
I mean, you're pretty much perfect.
I mean, I can moan about things like when you try and be fun dad all the time, and I'm trying to like get him to bed, and James is suddenly building a train track across our living room.
Good train track,
I
though,
get
isn't it?
moaning about things like that, I guess.
You wouldn't moan to your mates about that, would you?
No, not really.
I wonder if it is a good... Because like you say, they say like you should encourage... like guys to talk more.
Yeah.
Like guys don't talk, but I actually wouldn't need to. There's some stuff I could definitely like share.
That's just how it's been. How
drilled into us.
Yeah. Yeah, I
maybe.
definitely think there is something there. Do you know what I think as well? As we're like on this subject,
and as you've spoken about her,
of talking about this particular person, I think we should just move into do our small business shout
a
out.
small business shout out.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, if you're watching on
It's
YouTube,
time for a small business shout out. It's time for a small business shout out. Oh yeah.
Come on, James, you messed it up.
If you're watching on YouTube, you can now see the small business
If
shout
you
out as well as
think-
hear it.
That we look fantastic.
Which you should, by the way.
You would be right, because we are wearing
Yeah.
spectacles from the Right Eyewear Company. Now, the Right Eyewear Company is
Owned by Kelly, who she slagged me off to. She just told us a minute ago.
We weren't going to swear. We were not going to swear.
Slagged me off?
Yeah.
That's not swearing.
Can't put that out. Well,
That's not swearing.
no, it is.
Why is that swearing?
Because you wouldn't put that
That's
out.
not swearing. If I said it's an absolute... That's not swearing.
Right. Shush. Purposely not swearing in our small business shout out because they can't share it if we're swearing.
Okay, we'll start again. The small business shout out is...
The Right Eyewear Company, which
Da,
is
da, da,
run
da, da,
by
da.
our best friend, Kelly Wright. The Right Eyewear Company is a bespoke, independent opticians in Sidcup, Kent.
Oh, another one of your
And-
clients, actually, isn't it? I forgot about that.
Yeah, but that's not why.
No.
We were talking about Marriage Audit, and we were thinking about love, and we was like looking for love, and I was like seeing,
Looking for love.
looking for love, looking for something you love, looking through the lens to something you love, and I was
get
like,
it.
we
It's
have
opticians.
to. Now, I get so many comments about my glasses, as do you, and this opticians is not your average high street optician.
Oh, no.
Kelly goes out of her way to source the most niche, independent, beautiful frames from all different suppliers around the world. She's even just taken on a new supplier called C2C that use plastic they find from the ocean to make their glasses. It is absolutely
that's cool.
fantastic. She is someone who is she's just so inspirational because it's like she's... You know, like someone's just at the forefront of what she's doing. She's always learning.
Yeah.
She's always like, not reinventing the wheel, but always seeing what's out there, seeing what's possible when it comes to eyewear. And when you go there, it is an effortless eyewear experience from the moment you walk in.
It's a proper
The
experience, isn't it?
team
Yeah.
are absolutely fantastic. And just the whole experience. They're there to...
I hate that sort of thing normally. Like,
Yeah.
have to go and have an appointment, do the eye test, do the glass.
But
I
they're
hate that sort of
fab.
thing, but I actually
They're
really
fab.
enjoy it.
From the eye test, then you had the style consultation where the team will actually find frames that work for you. You get to try them on. I think you can have a glass of champers, you can have a cup of tea or coffee. It's just the whole experience. So this is a business shout out to the Right Eyewear Company. And just like, seriously, I mean this, just like you might travel to go to, say, like a bridal shop, for example. The Right Eyewear Company should be a destination opticians. Even if you're not in the local area, go and check them out online, rightheyewear.co.uk. Go and check them out because, honestly, they are phenomenal. And you can go along, book an appointment and get some glasses that not only work for how you wear them, but make you look absolutely epic.
This is my second pair that I've got from them. And these, you won't be able to see this on the camera. This is so cool. But Kelly actually had these engraved. So on the arm of the glasses.
Yeah.
These are, what's the brand? Lindbergh,
Lindbergh,
which
yeah.
are well nice. But on one side it says Lindbergh, and then on the other side, which I didn't notice for ages, it says Belly Flop Burt, because that's my nickname. So she had that engraved. And you can have all of these arms and stuff. This is like a matte graphite.
Yeah.
So you change all the different, the arms can be
I'd have
different
just
colours.
written like you're a twat and just seen
Yeah. I'd have just scratched all yours over the lens.
No, I've sworn.
Ah!
Well, we'll have to cut that bit out.
Unlucky. So yeah, today's small business shout out, Right Eyewear Company. If you are looking for facial fashion that puts your face first, it's a good tagline, isn't it? Kel will love that. Facial fashion that puts your face first, then go and check it out. More business shout out. Put some fashion on your face. Ain't no disgrace with your fashion on your face. Put it on your face.
Oh my God, we're actually on the last one now, James. It's almost like we timed it.
Here we go. Right, so final question then. So we're doing better than we're doing bad, which is pretty good.
Better than we're doing bad?
Better than we're doing bad, which is quite good news. So number 12, the final question in the business, in the marriage audit, if I can find my flipping jingle. Number 12. Are there subjects you never talk about? If you can't talk freely, that's a recipe for resentment and isolation. I'm not suggesting blunt confrontation. It means honing our ability for emotional attunement, not mind reading, but pay close attention, sensing when something's up and knowing when to probe a subject a little deeper or leave it alone is important. Then broaching the difficult stuff becomes doable. Even messy rows are somehow a joint endeavour. This is, of course, how relationships start. We want to hear everything this person has to say. Are there subjects we never talk about?
I actually completely switched off then and was like in a dream. And I was thinking about it and I was
get
like...
it. It's easy to dream when I'm around. I get it.
You're so dreamy, James.
beef.
You're so dreamy. I wouldn't say that there's any subjects that we wouldn't talk about, but there's probably some subjects that we're like, just stop talking about it.
Like what?
Rob Dyrdek.
Flipping love Rob Dyrdek. I listened to his podcast
No,
again
joking.
yesterday.
I've
It
got
was unbelievable.
nothing against
The last two
Rob Dyrdek. He
episodes.
sounds very inspirational.
I reckon Rob Dyrdek's going to become one of my good mates.
Well, you hate when I just moan about things that are wrong with me.
I don't. Yeah, but I pretend to hate.
Is there
Like,
any
if there's
subjects
actually
that we
something.
wouldn't talk about? Might be people that we wouldn't talk about, potentially.
Well, just because we don't like them.
Or just because situations that would be like, no, we don't want to talk about them.
Fair enough.
Don't
But
know.
I wouldn't proactively not talk about someone.
No, but like if we... No, but there might be a situation when we start talking and it's like, yeah, I don't want to talk about that person.
Yeah. No, I don't think there isn't.
So we can talk about anything.
I
'Cause we're
think
so open and
So
honest.
attuned to each other. Sorry, that's
Should we
my-
sing a song to one another?
I've got a song that you can sing.
Yeah?
Because we talk about love a lot today. I thought you'd like to sing. I thought you might like to sing this song. I've edited it for you. If you know this song, you know where it goes to.
Oh, that's a high one, isn't it?
It's too high.
Come on, let's do it.
Too high.
You do it, then I do it. Go.
I'm not doing it.
Go.
Everything that I do
I'm
is
all
all
for loving you.
do-do-do-do.
Do-do.
Gosh. That was like a cat being strangled.
Come on then.
Everything that I do is all loving you.
Oh God. Buckle in, guys.
Awful.
That was not too bad, to be
So
fair.
bad.
So let's, as we assess now,
wow.
let's just look back.
So we won. So here's it.
It's not about
We
winning,
won.
though,
No,
is
it
it?
is about winning.
Number
Even
one,
though I
do
tell
you
my kids
kiss
it's not.
hello or say goodbye when you say goodbye? Yes, we do. Correct. Is our communication about logistics? No, it's not. No, it's not. Dinner in a box set every night?
Pretty much.
That is.
Needs to get a bit better. Maybe throw in a couple of ball games.
Number 4, is sex a chore or fun?
Yeah,
It's a
need
bit
to mix it
chore
up.
like.
Need to mix it
chore
up.
like. It's less whore and more chore. Number 5, do you still hold hands? Yes, we do. Can you remember when you last...
Oh,
I'm not sure you can say that.
No.
Fuck it, I've said it. Can you remember when you last, let's say, knew about your partner? Yes, I can. Do you still make an effort with your appearance? Absolutely not. Not sure that I ever did, though. If you look back at small photos of
to be
me.
fair, actually. God. I've got to find the yellow jumper.
The yellow jumper
The
picture.
yellow, James used to wear this V-neck, baggy yellow, like knitted jumper,
Yes.
but he wore it when
In
he
Cyprus when it was 40
he had,
degrees.
Like, horrific red sunburn
And a
not
chav
good
chain. Do you remember
combo.
the chav chain?
Oh, I do
You
remember
loved
it.
it, to be
Yeah,
fair.
hated it.
8. What was the last thing you laughed about together? Well, constantly laughing. Does the prospect of
Do you need to go to speech therapy?
Does the prospect of an empty nest terrify you? No, it does not. It delights me. How many interests do you share? Fucking none. 11. Do you complain to your friends about your partner? No, because I've got no friends, because that's one of my main issues. That I don't like people. And number 12. Are there any subjects you never talk about? No, there's not. So congratulations, Hayley.
Thanks.
We made it.
Yay!
Come
How
on.
many years has it been?
2006. So that's what?
Dunno.
19 years? 16 years? 17 years. Oh, grazed it. I grazed the boot. Oh, I grazed it back again. Sorry about that.
We were
Grazed
for
the
like
boot.
20 seconds for those like endorphins.
Endorphins.
That's just
Oxytocin.
dead air, isn't it?
Yeah, that is dead air.
Dead air.
Literally
You know about
dead
dead
air.
air.
So there we go. That has been today's Business Marriage Podcast. The marriage audit. I think we
Loved
can
it.
successfully
What is
say
wrong with
that we're
you?
successful.
You need to go to, I'm being serious, you need to go to the hospital. You need to go and get checked.
You need to get checked. We hope that you have enjoyed this week's episode of the Business Marriage Podcast. If you have, please do us a favour, give us a 5-star review wherever you download your
5
podcast.
stars.
Or if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe-y thingamajiggy, because then you'll get notified every time that this podcast goes live. 45,000 people have watched content on YouTube.
Why?
Yeah, I actually don't know, to be fair. But if you are one of those
Oh.
people, thank you very much.
And don't forget, Freya Jones, we will be sending you
Winging
our
its
very,
way.
very first business marriage
Yes.
mug to you. So
You
well done.
are our winner. Thank you again. Thanks to Freya. Thank you to Jamie Nicholas for today's review of the week. Thank you, and big shout out to the Right Eyewear Company. If you're in South East London, in fact, even if you're in South
In the world.
wherever you are in the world, just get to the Right Eyewear Company. It's the best opticians in the flipping land. We'll be back next week for another instalment of Business Marriage. From me, James Burton, from her.
Hayley Appleby Burtts.
We'll see you again next time, friend. We love you. Goodbye.
Bye, friends.
This show is a Phonic Media production.